Plateau.
In the game to decide who is going to be going to Blizzcon with that first invite we have. LiquidTeam Sheth spawning as the purple Zerg up here at the 2 o'clock position, and his opponent from Team Dignitas is going to be Select spawning as the yellow Terran down here at the 7 o'clock position. Sean, how do you think this match is going to play out?
Well, it's weird the amount of strategies that Terran can actually open with. Most notably, if we come to the front of the base, you can build the 2 barracks and do the pressure, and then completely wall off with the 3rd barracks. More importantly, in the mid-game, Blue Flame Hellions can lock down any exit from this base. So that means that Sheth can be effectively contained twice in a row, first with Marine pressure, and then with Blue Flame Hellion pressure. By the same token, LiquidTeam Sheth can begin securing his half of the map fairly easily by ground. It's going to be the drop play that Sheth really needs to look for. He desperately needs to have good overlord positioning on this bottom side and the far north. But because it's cross positions, we do know that Zerg's going to be feeling a little bit happier than normal.
And here comes a, should be scouting drone coming out for Sheth. He's going to send that down to the south because Overlord is going up to the north. SCV about to build that Rex at the ramp for Select. Now, are we going to be seeing gas added on here? Is he going to go for a 1 rack to expand, 2 racks pressure? What is Select going to be up to? Well, we'll find out in just a couple of seconds.
This already looks a lot like not a 2 racks opening. We do see the gas now finally being planted, and I would expect this to again be a double Hellion build. The Blue Flame, or excuse me, the Reactor Hellion, so effective on most maps. And on this map, even though you cannot break down the front door and slip in as you could in a map like Tal'Darim Altar, you can contain so easily. So 2 to 6 Hellions is that money amount to give you that control over the center.
Now we see the natural expansion hatchery for Sheth. Should be seeing that pull right around 15, as that seems to be when he got it last game. He does not like getting any more drones. And there it is. He's going to continue to drone up. Going to be adding on that gas here relatively soon, and hopefully he will not forget that ling speed as he does block the...
Ooh, doesn't quite manage to get that block off, but we do see that one scouting SCV by Dignitas Select heading towards the natural expansion of Sheth. Gas now being planted in the main. The spawning pool is nearing halfway complete.
And if we go back over into Select space, we do see an SCV, and it will be building that factory. He's continuing to mine gas, so he won't be doing anything like a expand or anything like this. Maybe going for the Blue Flame, but we will be seeing a reactor here as soon as he gets 50 gas.
There it is.
It'll be the old swapperoo there, of course, with the factory. SCV doing some scouting here, as it will be sent back, expecting those lanes to be popping here very, very soon since the spawning pool is complete.
So Sheth now about to get his 2nd queen enabled and started. Should be here any second. Haha, and there it is. Though we did see Sheth do the roach response to seeing these Hellions early, it would not be unreasonable for him to skip it this game and go straight for a spine crawler, much tighter spaces to cover. Select now getting his early expand up, about to land that factory at the front of his base, where no doubt 2 of them Hellions will be in production. But oh, Select, with a really weirdly large mistake, this supply depot needs to be started after those Hellions get started, so that way you can actually have enough supply to be able to build the next 2. And I'm surprised to see him delaying the production of those first 2. As a result, he should definitely be getting that 2nd supply depot later.
See the 2 queens already in position at the natural expansion for Sheth right now. They will be used to, of course, defend against those Hellions that are coming across the map. A Ling hides in the bushes here at the southern Zelnaga Tower. He will, in fact, see Hellions, and now he's about to die to the Hellions because they will be going and checking that tower, taking it out. Now going to the north to see if there's another Ling. We will not find one. We go ahead and look at the natural. The 2 queens are very, very close to that ramp. There also is a spine crawler coming, and it should finish by the time those Hellions get there.
Interestingly, we saw Select building Hellions 3 and 4, and then right when that Zergling died, Select immediately lifted, backed off, and is going into the standard tank Marine mix, the exact thing that we saw him do last game. Again, no trickiness out of Select, just standard and by the book. And will he get the creep tumor? He doesn't. But sometimes we'll even see Select waste 1 scan just to make sure that he can use that creep tumor, or that he can kill that creep tumor. The queen from Sheth being very angry about that burning stuff. And oh, he almost kills the creep tumor, but now speed Zerglings arrive. Select is on the run.
Select took a couple of hits here. He's kind of backed up into a corner and actually While he was trying to stutter step with those Hellions, took an extra hit from the Queen and missed the shot. But they should be able to get back here, and oh, he still wants to commit, trying to get him. Oh, he does to get back here, and oh, he still wants to commit, trying to get him. Oh, he does.
He gets one and he gets two. Oh no, that is a big loss for Select. Sheth now looking to be in golden shape in this game. I mean, suddenly Zerg has complete map control. Zerg will get to move up to these two watchtowers and take them. What can Select do? Looks like he's going to go for the same drop play he did last game, but the Overlord marches in and spots everything.
Overlord taken out. Stem about to be finished there. The reactor will be finishing on that factory. He's quickly going to lift that up in the air, drop that starport down, going back over into Liquid Sheth's base. He does have 5 drones about to pop out. The lair is very close to be finished, and is he going to be dropping down a spire? He already has the drone in place, and there we go.
And there's the drone getting planted at the right side of the main. Liquid Sheth now going to get the chance to do a little bit of counter pressure, but that's kind of a bold play, I think, considering that he did see the 2 medevacs being produced, so that is a big sign that there's going to be drop pressure. But I mean, if Sheth intends on playing defensively, there we see that Spinecrawler now pulling all the way back into his main. The very late Evolution Chamber and Baneling Nest, perfect decision as he is going for that very fast third base.
Here we see drop play coming out of Select. 16 Marines and 2 medevacs have loaded up, and they're going to be headed northward. Now, he should be able to fly outside of the Xel'Naga tower. There's no Overlord at all in the pathway of those medevacs, but there's a Spinecrawler when he lands. And also a handful of Lings are already out. Baneling Nest not done just yet. Spire very close to being finished.
We do see that there are a lot of Zerglings out in the middle of the map, trying to just deny any sort of scouting, but as this drop progresses in, oh my, it looks like Sheth is prepared. He has that Spinecrawler up, but is he going to have enough Zerglings? He has those at the front, grabbing them, pulling them back right now. This is a gigantic drop. Sheth does not quite have enough units, and there's the stim moving in, the drones taking massive hits, and it looks like the Queens are trying to work down on those medevacs, but Sheth was completely unprepared for this kind of hit. He had the expectation of one medevac, but not 2, and there's Select.
1 Queen, 2 Queen,
oh, and if he loses 3 Queens, we see the Zerglings now spreading down to the 3rd Queen. Does get taken out, and it looks like Sheth in a ton of trouble. 10 Mutalisks in production, but the amount of damage that this drop has done is gigantic. And as those Mutalisks hatch and the Zerglings sweep in, Select is going to try to target fire those Mutalisks, keep the Mutalisk count nice and low. They get cleaned up, and it looks like Sheth will be able to kill off both the medevacs, all of the Marines inside. The food counts are even, but my God, did Sheth take a beating or what?
That drop did so much damage for Select. I mean, it really came down to him positioning those Marines oh so well. In the beginning of that drop, he put them between the mineral and the the extractor. The Lings were not able to get that surface area, and then at the ramp, he held position, made sure the Lings couldn't get a surround on them. The Mutalisk did, in fact, save, but here come the Mutalisk from Sheth. We'll be able to take out that SCV with ease, but now there are missile turrets and a handful of Marines. A stem onto some Marines there from Select.
Another drop from Select, realizing how extremely potent they were early on. Is there going to be enough to defend it? It looks like this is going to be a little bit easier to clean up. Though these drops are doing damage, keep in mind drops are generally used to misposition the Zerg army. So right now, in my eyes, if I'm Sheth, I'm delighted to see another drop walk in. I can clean it up knowing that there's no chance of a big push coming out the front door quite yet. But Sheth is still going to have a lot of battling to do, as he's just now replenishing those Queens and just now putting guys back into mining.
Baneling speed almost close to being done. Burrow as well just started. You see the melee attacks level 2 just started, as well as more and more Lings and more Mutalisks will be added onto the force here. Looks like Select is going to be taking his 3rd, and it's not the typical spot. It will be up here north of his natural expansion instead of east of his natural expansion, which a lot of times Terrans feel a lot more comfortable doing.
Yeah, big force out right now for Select. He's spreading everything out. He's just hoping he can continue to do enough damage with these drops. A Spinecrawler planted, and we see the nice Overlord spread by Sheth, controlling that southern side of the map very nicely, moving the Mutalisks along the northern side of the map where there is a little bit of a hole there. Missile turret is going up, but it looks like Sheth will be able to arrive there early on. His Mutalisk count is low, though. He's only at 9 mutas.
Here come the mutas. They are going to be able to take out quite a bit of SCVs. Planetary Fortress is about halfway finished. Missile turret will still remain, and it should get